Welcome back, everyone. We are beginning Module 4, which in essence is the last. However, there will be a Module 5 folder which will deal with reports, and that will be held over the last week of this term. Module 4, we have now moving into the business writing. This particular video you're watching is an overall fact sheet for Module 4. Little overview of Module 4. Well, we've gone from critical thinking, we've gone to outlining, you've created an essay, and now you are going to get into what you paid the big bucks for, how to learn to write in a business format. What are the documents, how to write, and so on. So, there are three basic document formats that we are going to cover in this class. These are the primary formats that are typically used for written communication within the business world. The first is email. We all know how to use email. Some of you may have been using it as long as you can recall, but it is something, actually email is now the #1 form of communication within the business community. The second is memorandum. Unless you've been in the business world or have had any experience with the business world, you may not understand what this document is. Memorandums are hard copy documents that in many respects resemble an email, format, structure, so on. However, again, email obviously is electronic. Memos are hard copy. Memos are only used from an internal point of view of the company. You never send a memo to a customer or a supplier or anything of that nature. Email, open season for everyone. So we're going to look at both of these. Again, memos, while it is a hard copy document, it is still used quite a lot in the business sector. So we're going to learn how to actually create them and use them appropriately. The third basic document that business document we're going to look at is the letter. You all know how to write letters. I'm guessing you all have written letters. Letters are still used quite often in the business community, so we are going to use them and talk about them in this module. After we talk about these three structural documents, or the structures of these three documents, we're going to talk about the basic business messages that are out there. There are others, but the basic ones that you often use. The first is routine messages. So far, basically, everything that you have done has been a routine message. It may be a response to a request. It may be asking a request. It might be they're typically seeking information. So I would say that the vast majority of the messages that you will write in the business community will be of a routine nature. Next, we will talk about negative messages. Well, unfortunately, all news is not good news in business. So there will be times when you will have to write to someone giving them some, quote, bad news. So we'll talk about how best to structure a negative message so that the message gets across, but you don't lose that customer. Finally, we're going to look at a little bit about persuasion. Persuasion, again, if you're into marketing, is a big thing, but you're always trying to get your point accepted, your opinion accepted. So we will spend a little bit of time on persuasion. Now, all three of these, routine, negative, and persuasive messages, can be used in emails, can be used in memorandum, can be used in letters. So we are going to hold off and talk about the messages after we talk about what the basic documents are. Okay. Finally, Module 4, because of the three or the unique documents and the discussion on the messages, I broke up Module 4 into 4 subsections. Each subsection, actually 3 subsections, my mistake. There are separate subsections. One that is now available is on email and memorandum. We are going to use that one first. This may take a few days, and we'll go from there. The second subsection will be on letters only, and then the third subsection will be the 3 distinct messages. Each of these subsections will contain their own unique fact sheet folders, readings and viewing folders, and assignment folders. Now, Module 4 is going to run now until, take a quick look here at my calendar, until October 7th. So we're going to spend a couple, 2.5 weeks covering these particular areas. The final module will be again on report generation. You will have a pretty good idea of the writing process by then. I will give you at that time, and this will be the last week of the term, a very short discussion on a structure for an acceptable report, and then I will give you the week to actually produce a report based in response to a situation that I will present to you. But let's not worry about that now. Let's get through Module 4. As always, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You can go now on to the module, go into Module 4 and take a look at the Module 4 subsection dealing with email and memorandum. Thank you. Talk to you later.